The S&P 500, the Nasdaq 100 video, very, very short, sweet to the point. We're getting to it. Now, the first thing I want to say, the ES, S&P futures, the Nasdaq, we didn't expect too much coming into today. It was a very low volume day, so we understand that. But I want to show you what I believe is potentially playing out and the case and why I believe the all-time high push could be happening sooner than we thought. Okay. Giving you a visual really quick. I just wanted to find the easiest picture to demonstrate this. Investopedia probably gives the best example. Okay, your cup and handle continuation pattern. Now, when we look at ES, it's not perfect, but it looks pretty solid, right? I mean, you're going to see structurally how we're kind of forming out here. It's really ugly. I hate drawing using tools on TrendSpider. It's the only thing I don't like about TrendSpider. When you come over to something like ES over here, you can really see it a little bit more. You go back to the 4-hour chart. You can see how we're establishing, how we're basing, where we based at, why this is important. The clear trend, the bull forming, and then obviously your flag at highs, okay? Beautiful. Looks good, okay? So I want us to understand how we're it's NASDAQ pretty similar, Again, a lot of people are saying we have to retrace, we have to pull back, we have to. Going from the beginning of this year, the notion has been to follow the trend. If we're making higher highs, higher lows, the trend is bullish, the end. Now, we look at some of those stocks we mentioned in yesterday's video, going over why we liked them, etc. AMD. Huge day here, really nice push. You push this morning into, almost 117. First rejection, push back down. I do want to say, though, some of these levels you're holding at here are huge. The 114 retest almost, your bounce you held, okay? You look at semiconductors as a whole, you're doing good. SOXL, right back into highs, right? SOXX, right back into highs. You like what you're seeing. Even the levered ETFs are still doing and looking good. The Dow pushing up again, really strong behavior. Bull flag pushing up again, right? Trying to get back above some of these major levels here. Now, the one that caught my attention a lot today was the Russell. The Russell again pushed back into highs again. So we're seeing this happening across the board. We're seeing the risk on sentiment and those names looking really good. And I believe we may start seeing this rotation back into big tech names, riskier assets as well, from what we've seen with what's happening with some of these other stocks. That being said, though, it's important to realize ES is the leader in the market. Now, it's written not overall this whole move, but it's leading us right now. And ES today didn't have a single, it didn't turn red all day long. Continued upside, even though it was a small range, low volume, we only went up today. And I want to tell you right now, I believe XLF is what's carrying this, the banking ETF and sector. And you are pretty illiquid into about roughly 34.5, then around 35. So you still have more room here on the banking sector, which is re-grabbing and re-obtaining all those levels it lost from the banking crash. And remember, everyone said that, banks are going to go under and all this was happening. Stress tests prove that differently, right? So that's why you're dropping, and that's why you're moving back up from those dropped levels here. Again, we said once bank starts bouncing back, you're going to see violent reactions in the market. And I believe you're seeing those now, or you're just starting to see some of what is to come. So that's what I want to talk about here and focus on. Again, I don't want to talk too long here either, though. I do want to talk about some of the other things. DXY, you're still clearly in the dollar in a downtrend, descending triangle. You can clearly see that, right? Very bearish, doesn't look good there. Go into oil, a little bit of a bounce today, but couldn't even hold up. Energy, one of the weakest names and sectors out there, still very bearish in my opinion. 2-year, 5-year, those are still trending up. That's the only red flag in the market. Have to say that right now. But going forward, you need to understand that. Now, before we get out of here, I have to ask you to consider doing 2 things: liking and subscribing. All I'm going to tell you today. If you're interested in Discord, it is down below. Check it out. But again, a lot of free content here. Every single day we're pumping it out for you. Now, going back into this though, clearly my top names, just to give you a visual, top names that are biggest positions I have: AMD for November, Google I have some for September and some for October. Google is the only one that's lagging here, and I need to see Google get back above 122. It looks really good though. I do like it. It's trying to play out. It's trying to get back up. Has a little bit of a bear flag here, but we need to see some continuation to break back into the upside. But when you have names like Tesla, pushing into highs, you have names like Apple pushing into highs, you have names, like Microsoft and all these other ones still at highs. I don't think the party's over for some of these other names, and I still think Google is greatly undervalued in comparison to some of these other names as well. Okay, so these are things that I want you just to keep on your mind. Jay also started a decent position on Friday, and then mentioned again today, right? Making higher lows on CRM, the cloud sector, this is probably one of those sleeper sectors I think people just aren't focused on. I've gone over the importance of it with AI, where we're going to be moving forward to. But I want to tell you right now, you could have some pretty decent gains coming soon with these cloud names: CRM, CrowdStrike, Datadog, Snow. Those are all some of the biggest names I'm liking and what they're going to do in the space as well. So definitely keep them on your radar. So these are all names that I've been watching, and I just want to keep them on our minds here. We go back into NVIDIA as well, pushing back. I mean, you across the board, you look good. This isn't just a hype video to tell everyone to buy, but it's just a quick update on what happened today. Again, I'm not going to keep it too long. We're about to hop out of here. But that's what I'm liking in the market, what I'm looking for. If you have questions, comment down below. I'll see you tomorrow.